Concepts here. I'm out here with Ed from my local PD. We're out here on our range today. Basically, we're talking about whether or not comps are good, whether or not ported's better, or whether or not you just need a normal gun. Do you spend the money? Do you not? I don't know. Should we check it out?
Should check it out.
Let's see. So guys, we're out here at the range talking about ports, comps, or regular firearm, what you need, what's best used, because you do get some added benefit to that, and we're going to take a look at what those look like when we're shooting. One of the new things that's out right now is the 365 X macro. I have this on an XL frame. That's one of the cooler things about it, that you can switch it between frames, but it does have this massive comp right here that does change the recoil impulse of the firearm. One of the other things that is a little less known that we'll take a look at today too is ported. I'm preferably, I have kind of a bent towards ported weapons. I think they offer the best of all worlds in that. This is Glock. This is actually a standard Glock. This is called a 17C. Comes in 17 or 19, not in Gen 5. It's Gen 4 only. But what it has from the factory is it has ports already in the barrel. It tends to shoot very, very flat. I love that a lot. We'll see that as well. And then, of course, you know, it wouldn't be Forward Defense Concepts without something a little bit better for the offering. And so we're also going to shoot this, which is a chunk port, on this STI cost to carry comp right here. It's got an island port right there on the top. This is a very expensive gun, a little bit more out of people's reach, but with the added of the better trigger and everything else that comes with it, we're going to see if that fires a little bit better and which ones we all like. Let's put them to the test. Let's see what's going on, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about it, all right?
One?
So, at times, yeah. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Ported. Yep. We've come on back now. We've shot the guns. There's some pretty cool guns in there.
Very cool guns in there.
Yeah. And then obviously I think there's some that are more like duty based or really good for like guys in yours and my role.
And more carry based.
Absolutely more carry based as well. For all of it, I think ultimately Staccato is coming out with some really, which is STI. I think they're coming out with some really good stuff in the sphere for law enforcement, where their guns are good for law enforcement, but those aren't their comp series. Yep. You know, they're larger versions that are basically the remake of this gun, are not really duty ready. What do you think though, like out of all the guns? So obviously we have the STI, right? That one's pretty sweet.
My favorite one to shoot had to be the SPI.
STI?
Hand down.
Yeah.
It was just a beautiful shooter.
Yeah, I think that has to do a lot with the weight and stuff like that. Do you think it was more the weight or the actual comp?
I think it's a combination, being a full metal frame with the comp.
Yeah, totally. I would agree with you on that. I mean, obviously there's a cheap TRL light on here right now, which gives it a little bit more weight, but it definitely tracked a whole lot better. This gun just wants to go fast. You know, I think I carried this one for a very long time. I passed a lot of my instructor quals and stuff like that. With this guy, that's the Glock. With the ports, I definitely feel a difference in the ports in driving the gun back down.
I like that too. It felt very flat shooting, presented right back on target almost immediately.
Yeah,
it just felt good. You didn't, and I could see if you had a dot on here, you wouldn't lose your dot.
Yeah, it would. You track right back really fast,
exactly.
Right? Yeah. So that's a really good one. I actually, you know what's hilarious, because I know you and I both carry it for off duty, but the least favorite out of it was probably this one.
100%.
Yeah.
So I initially shot, so we have two 365 X macros. We have Austin's.
Yeah, and that one's the one with the, that's actually an XL with the macro top on it. So that's an XL frame, which is by Wilson Combat. So it's a little bit better in the hand, but not as good as like the whole X macro here.
For me, strictly because of a size basis, I have large hands. This one doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
It ends up
losing that pinky.
losing that pinky.
Yeah,
where
totally.
on
The full size there.
the full-size X macro, I have a good grip all around.
Yeah.
And I do like the comp on this because it is a compact gun. For me, the difference is it makes me feel like I'm shooting a full-size duty pistol.
Yeah, totally.
So an uncomp full-size duty pistol.
Yeah,
That's what it feels like.
And that's the beauty of that gun too. You get to carry 17+1 in the magazine. It's absolutely fantastic.
And carry it comfortably.
Yeah, totally.
Less printing.
Yeah. So I mean, the thing I do like about that is not the purpose, but like that's my off-duty. You know, it's got the light on it, of course, and it. But that's with the XL frame, the standard XL frame, because they're interchangeable on that. There's no comp. I actually prefer with the grip of the macro and the XL frame to shoot this gun like this. Funny enough, as it was, with no comp or anything like that. And that comes to the third option there, which is just normal gun. You know, I saw like massively when we were shooting that to track back with that dot.
There's a big difference.
Yeah, we were shooting a Glock 45, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So in 9mm, of course, that's just your other carry gun. That's fantastic. Out of all of them, I mean, if you can afford it, of course, STI is really cool.
100% STI.
And STI went to staccato, so now they're staccato, right? I think for like a duty-ready pistol, I think something like the Glock 17C, if Glock would come out within like Gen 5, and they could get that better trigger in there, and they get rid of the finger grooves.
People are comfortable with Glock. They know the name.
Yeah.
It's a proven brand.
Absolutely. I think I would carry this on duty all day long. I mean, we carry Glocks anyway.
I would too.
But, and I mean, it wouldn't change anything because we just need to put a red dot on it. That's basically where we're at with that. So, but out of all of it, if you had to choose comped, ported, or standard carry, where would you be at?
I would go for ported simply because for holsters.
Okay.
You know, standard use of holsters, not having to get a custom one made.
Yeah. Yeah.
There are some companies coming out with comps that will extend a G19 to a 17 size, and you can use a 17 holster.
Yeah, I think Radian's doing that.
Yep, that's a good idea.
Was that the Ramjet?
That's the Ramjet.
Okay.
The afterburner Ramjet, and good luck getting a hold of one.
Yeah.
Sold out everywhere. Radian, make some more, please.
Make some more for us. Those things are cool. I like those too, definitely. If you're rocking like a Glock 45 and you need to extend it.
I haven't shot it yet.
Yeah.
I want to shoot one, see how it feels.
Hey,
But
Radiant,
I like the concept of it.
Radiant, if you want to send us one, we'll review it here on the channel. Just throwing that out there.
100%.
So, as for what SIG is trying to do in getting this guy out there, do you think it's useful inside of the sphere that it's at?
I do. And they just came out with the 320 comped version. So I forget the number of it, but it's an all metal frame.
Oh, it's like their X5. Their X5 comp.
It's like the X5.
Spectre Legion.
Something like that. It's like a
Drool over
320
it
AGX Legion comp.
Yeah, okay, whatever. All the things they put on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just to sell extra things. So.
But I like how it looks, and it probably functions very similar to this, but being a full-size gun, you're going to feel the comp more.
Yeah, absolutely. I think too, I mean, I have noticed too, because I've shot a lot of low light, especially with this one right here with the ports, you definitely get a bit more of that,
flash.
A little bit more flash. It also depends on what ammo you're shooting. If you're shooting cheaper ammo, you're going to get a heavier flash or a different color too. But I do definitely see that. I've never found it a problem, especially when you got like a Surefire on there.
There's a flash, but it doesn't blow out your night vision.
Exactly. So, well, as far as that goes, I'm going to say the same thing. I'd pick ported as well.
Yep.
You know, I would definitely put ported on just about all my firearms if I could do that. I think the STI has a little bit of a weight there. One, because it's just such a cool gun. And then at the same time, it has that extra mass to it.
And it's also the price point.
Yeah,
the
price
that's
point's
a huge
there
thing.
too. I think so. What they're running right now is a SIG like this out at SIG. Is about $825 with
Thereabouts, you know, you may be able to get it at a local dealer a little cheaper.
Yep, and then this direct from the factory ran me about $500.
Just straight up Glock price.
Straight up Glock price. It was no difference in price for the ports, which was very weird. And then of course this right now, this is a little unfair. You can get a STI, which is staccato now. You can get one for in the $2,600 price range, somewhere in there. This one, because it's a one of those ones that's not on market anymore, they don't make it. It was a limited run years ago, back in 2016, I believe, 2017. This is pushing the the $3,500, $3,600 price point.
And how many Glocks can you buy for that?
You can buy a lot of Glocks for
Glocks.
that. Yeah, we're not Glock fanboys here. We definitely shoot all of them, but at the same time,
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
we do appreciate what they're putting out because they haven't put out something that doesn't work. Well, guys, that kind of wraps up the day for us out here on the range. I hope you enjoyed that and got something from it. Be sure to subscribe to us on Facebook or on Instagram, and be sure to come and check out forwarddefenseconcepts.com. All right, we got training aids over there. We got new training dates coming up, stuff like that you can get trained as well. I hope you found this video helpful. Guys, get out there, get to your local ranges, train hard, be safe, and we'll see you on the range.